Have you ever wondered about the names we find in history? You know, we often think of them as fixed, like stone carvings, but what if they were more like whispers, changing as they passed from person to person? This brings us to a very big question. It is a question that touches the very heart of the Christian story. Could the man we know today as Jesus have been called something else? Specifically, could he have been known by the name Barnabas? This idea might sound surprising, even strange. It challenges a name that is known all over the world. But looking at how names were used and changed in the ancient world makes this question worth asking. Quick primer, Jesus is Yeshua, a common Judean name, not unique. Barnabas means son of encouragement, a nickname for Joseph, not a birth name. Some early Matthew copies read Jesus Barabbas, that separate criminal's name later fueled mix-ups. This type of confusion was more common in the ancient world than we might think. People did not have official birth certificates or passports. Names could be spelled differently. People often had more than one name. So, we must look at the evidence with an open mind. We need to understand how information was shared 2,000 years ago. It was a time of storytelling, of copying texts by hand, and of translating between languages. In this essay, we will explore this fascinating puzzle. We will not try to prove that Jesus was definitely called Barnabas. That is not the goal. The goal is to understand why someone might even ask this question. We will look at the names themselves and where they appear in the oldest texts we have. We will learn how easily mistakes could be made when scribes copied documents. We will see how stories told out loud could change over time. This journey takes us deep into the world of early Christianity. A complex world. Some even accused him of sorcery. A warlock, worthy of deep, careful conversation. So let us discuss thoughtfully what such accusations meant in context. In that era, critics could label wonderworkers as ghosts, sorcerers, or accuse them of pharmakia, magical arts. Such charges were polemical tools, not courtroom verdicts, reflecting fear of unauthorized power and contested authority. Early Christians countered, these were not spells, but signs, power attributed to Israel's God. Even confusions like Lystra's Zeus-Hermes episode show how onlookers misread charisma, status, and wonder. So, warlock echoes controversy, not consensus. Thinking about this possibility requires us to act like detectives. We must gather clues from old manuscripts and historical records. We have to consider how languages like Aramaic Greek and Latin interacted. Each language had its own sounds and its own way of writing names. A name that sounded one way in Aramaic might have sounded and been written differently in Greek. We also have to think about the people who told these stories. What were their reasons for telling them? Did they want to emphasize a certain message? Did their beliefs shape how they remembered and recorded names and events? These are the kinds of questions that help us get closer to the past, even if we can never know it perfectly. Let us start with the names themselves.